Hallo, wir sind Bernd Vasari von der WZ.
Und Petra Tempfer von der WZ.
Wir arbeiten gerade an neuen Podcast-Folgen. Die erste erscheint schon nächste Woche am selben Tag und zur selben Uhrzeit, wie die vergangenen 8 Best-of-Folgen, die wir euch rausgesucht haben.
Und ihr werdet neue Stimmen hören. Die gehören nämlich unserer Kollegin Anja Stegmeier und unserem Kollegen Matthias Ziegler. Die werden ab nächster Woche nämlich als Hosts mit dabei sein.
In den neuen Folgen wollen wir in die Lebenswelten unterschiedlichster Menschen eintauchen. Wir werden mit ihnen reden und sie fragen, was sie belastet, was sie gut finden und was sie für ein glückliches Leben brauchen. Wir wollen herausfinden, was die Menschen in unserem Land umtreibt.
Ja, genau. Jetzt nochmal ganz kurz zurück zu unserer 8. Best-of-Folge. Und zwar hast ja du dich, Bernd, mit einer Stadträtin getroffen aus der Ukraine. Und ich persönlich kann mir nur vorstellen, dass man da ja ständig mit der Angst lebt, von den Russen angegriffen zu werden.
Ja, diese Angst ist nicht unberechtigt, denn die Russen haben die Stadt, es handelt sich um Vinnytsia, also etwa 250 Kilometer südwestlich von Kiew. Die Russen haben die Stadt schon einmal angegriffen und Svitlana Yarova, mit der ich da gesprochen habe, hat damals eine enge Freundin verloren.
Und wie wird man dann vor so einem Angriff gewarnt? Also ich stelle mir so ganz laute Sirenen vor, die losgehen.
Ja, vermutlich, aber sie haben auf jeden Fall eine App auf ihren Handys, bei der sie mittels Sirene vor Bombenangriffen gewarnt werden. Und in der Podcast-Folge hat Svitlana Yarova auch ihre Handy-Sirene vorgespielt. Ich muss sagen, da wurde mir ganz anders.
Okay, dann hören wir mal rein.
Hello, Svitlana.
Hello, Bernd.
Ukraine's Air Force expecting increasing Russian airstrikes this winter. How prepared is Vinnytsia?
We started preparation in the end of spring. Our city council created shelters under every school, every kindergarten, and every hospital in the city. For example, my kid visited general municipal kindergarten, and there is like one more kindergarten underground, and we could create the places we called that safe spots. It's like tents with a place where you can charge your phone or your laptop. Even some places with Wi-Fi, but we don't need Wi-Fi. Actually, we have this mobile internet. You can drink hot tea or soup there. And we're expecting for this new season of blackouts. And we're creating new constructions. You know, electricity is super dangerous thing. Even if you will come closer, you can burn out and there will be no place, only sign after you on the ground. So it should be, this construction should be well serviced, and high quality specialists and engineers should work on these projects. And we are trying to make this winter more safety and easier for Ukrainians.
How do the residents deal with this constant threat? Or to what extent is a normal life possible?
I remember the first, second, third day of war. Remember how our friend from Mykolaiv, he called to my husband and said that war starts. And we started to think what we should do. We heard lots of sounds of cars which leaving the street. We heard that our neighbor, they already awake. And it was a sound of 2 planes. The sound is like a plane. That's why now when I hear sound of plane here in Brussels, it makes some flashbacks. And not common for me because for last almost 2 years, sound of airplane, it's sound of something danger. So in that first hour of war, there were 2 planes. We thought that it's planes. My husband said, "Oh, it's Ukrainian forces planes." And in 30 seconds, there was 2 huge sounds of bombing. And then my husband said that, it's not our Air Force's planes. So it was 2 rockets, and I felt the starting of war from early beginning. Even that I was in Vinnytsia, like, safe place, not on the border with Russia.
Do you know in advance if there is a threat of air attacks?
I use Telegram. There is lots of Telegram channels. How you can find that, for example, I use city mayors, and here you can see news, and also when it's air alarm, there is a sign. It's called повітряна тривога. Then cancelled of air alarm. Then air alarm, cancelled of air alarm. So it worked like a sound on your phone. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
When it's long, it means that it starts. When it's really short, it means that it's finished. So,
how much time do you have when you hear it?
in a day,
Yeah.
it depends. Sometimes it's 6 times per day. Sometimes it's at night 2 or 3 times.
How much time do you have to react, or what should you do if you hear it?
I have this high level of personal anxiety. That's why I always go to shelter when it's possible. In my house, we haven't shelter or basement. That's why we just go to bathroom or two walls. It's a rule of 2 walls that you have to go inside bathroom or room without windows, or room which inside the building. Because if first wall will be damaged, it could be chance that second wall will save your life. Of course, there is no option for if a rocket shooting your building directly, because then it fallen down like house of cards.
Vinnytsia suffered a devastating rocket attack last year that killed 24 people, including 3 children. How did you experience that back then?
Lots of people died there, and few of my friends as well. My father's apartment's situated on that square, and lots of offices there. And it's cultural center where kids has their activities like dancing classes, singing classes. So rockets shoot that cultural building, cultural center, and business center, and small hospital, small medicine clinic on the first floor of business center. And there worked my close friend, and it was anniversary a few months ago, and it's still painful.
So the Russians are signaling that no one should feel safe in Ukraine. How do you, does this scare you?
Scare and maybe disorientated. And I remember the city after that. It was like very silent. It frustrated Vinnytsia citizens. And for sure, it proved that there is no safe space in Ukraine now.
What has changed in the life of the citizens since the attack? Are people sticking together more than before? What is different, would you say?
You mean about how city life changed because of war? Oh, it changed different ways. It changed a lot. People getting more gathered together. I would say that good people become better and bad people become worse. Mostly we get more gathered and working together for victory.
Are there psychotherapy or psychosocial centers in the city?
You know, you asked the right person for that, because one of my projects after humanitarian help, it was and it still is creating of place for women and kids who were affected by war called Zatashno space, translating like cozy space. We have psychological support there, so women with kids can come to this place. It's like 500 square meters where kids can stay with a pedagogical specialist or a kids psychologist, and women can join some group event or go to individual consultation to psychologist, crisis psychologist, or a lawyer, social worker, or case manager. Also, there is a governmental program of creating kind of spaces like this, and to teaching psychologists for crisis consultation with military, with IDPs, refugees, with people who were affected by war and lost their relative, husband, brother, or even kid, because lots of civilians died in this war, not only military, but still we faced that problems, that there is lots of victims of gender-based sexual violence. We have lots of women who come to our center and tell stories from occupation, how they were leaving that place, how they tried to go from occupied territories, and what was happening there. And they saw how their neighbors were shot by Russian soldiers just for nothing. And they see nightmares till now, even if it was 1 year ago. So lots of there's stories now in Ukraine. And we faced that problem, and we need to work with it through kind of different psychologist centers or psychologist programs, and especially programs for soldiers, because we even can't imagine what they saw and what they went through.
The energy supply is affected by the attacks. Another winter is coming. How quickly can the infrastructure be rebuilt, or how can the power grid be protected?
I'm not an energy expert and can't answer professionally for this question, but what I saw last winter, that some kind of damaging could be reconstructed fastly, and some kind could technologically take months. So as I already said, that it's dangerous system if we force some processes it could make more damage. That's why we're preparing for blackouts, and our city council financing. We have program of financing alternative energy, sun panels, wind catchers.
Does the war, or how does the war influence these processes when it comes to digitalization?
I would say that Ukrainian society now is connected as never before. Mm-hmm. In Vinnytsia City Council, we digitalized all paperwork 8 years ago. And now we make it more and more digitalized way that in my smartphone, I had all decisions, all statements, and all the system, how I can work with city council. The same with government. I have this Government and I app, and you can find, here is my ID document, here is my card of taxes, paying taxes card, here is my driving license, it's a document of my kids, my husband documents, my car documents, and if I need to have some receipt from government or apply for tax agency, I can do that through this app. So you don't need to go with paper to office to talk with specialists. It's we got in two processes in the same time.
We meet here in Brussels for the European Week of Regions and Cities. What purpose did you come here for?
On Wednesday, we will have workshop, cities and region working together for a reconstruction of Ukraine. I'm inviting you to join this panel. There will be a few nice speakers, excepting me. I hope that we could deliver some good points for listeners and some valuable points. Yeah, we're interested in win-win cooperation to make reliable partnership with businesses, with city councils from other cities. And we have good cases, successful cases of cooperation with Austrian business as well in its long-term history. In 2008, factory of food producing called Agrana Fruit, Austrian Jews. They started work in Vinnytsia. They started to constructing a factory for food processing. They freezing berries, make that work processing that berries and fruits. Now it's now this enterprise, more than about 2,000 employees, situated in Vinnytsia and worked from 2008. And in 2019, huge Austrian company called HAD. You heard about that company? It's tennis rackets, ski boots. They bought 25 hectares in Vinnytsia Industrial Park and started to build, start implementation of projects in Vinnytsia in 2021. They started to build first factory for winter sports equipment, and now they finished foundation and waiting until rockets will not fly in Ukrainian sky. And in that day, they will continue to construct the plant.
Der erste Friedensschluss im Ersten Weltkrieg fand am 9. Februar 1918 statt. Auf der einen Seite das Deutsche Reich und Österreich-Ungarn, auf der anderen Seite die Ukraine, die sich wenige Wochen zuvor vom Russischen Reich für unabhängig erklärte. Mit dem sogenannten Brotfrieden, mit dem sich das Deutsche Reich und Österreich-Ungarn umfangreiche Getreidelieferungen zusicherten, wird die Ukraine erstmals als eigener Staat anerkannt. Am selben Tag berichtete auch die Wiener Zeitung darüber auf der Titelseite ihrer Beilage, der Wiener Abendpost. In frühester Morgenstunde ist heute der Friedensabschluss mit der Ukraine erfolgt. Überall wird dieser Botschaft frohen Herzens gelauscht werden, die endlich jenen Friedenswillen, in dem sich Millionen und Millionen, sei es laut, sei es still, einig wissen, durch eine erfolgreiche Tat zu verwirklichen beginnt. Der Friede wird von uns mit einem Staatsgebilde abgeschlossen, dessen feste Formung sich verheißungsvoll von den vagen Augenblickserscheinungen des in Auflösung begriffenen nördlichen Russland abhebt. Der Vertrag stellt die fruchtbaren Beziehungen fest, die unsere Monarchie mit der Ukraine, einen künftigen macht- und leistungsfähigen Nachbarn, verknüpfen. Beziehungen, die für unsere wirtschaftlichen Entwicklungen und Ziele bedeutsam werden dürften.
There are some skeptics in the European Union who are critical of Ukraine's accession or possible accession to the European Union. What do you say to them?
What accession means?
That you become a member of the European Union someday? Or would you answer them?
I would tell that Ukrainians already 3 times proved that we are ready to fight for democracy and we are ready to fight for European values. If you remember, the Revolution of Dignity, not so long time ago, in 2013, 2014, simple Ukrainians proved that they don't want to be corrupted country, as you said, don't want to follow Russian positions, that Ukrainians want to be free, developed, innovative technology country, and we're ready to fight for that. I would say that life is the most valuable thing in our life. And Ukrainians gave their lives to prove that they are Europeans and not a big corrupted country. Could you imagine what family of soldier who died for European values on this war will do with corrupted civil servant? Let's be honest that European Union has corruption as well, but society doesn't allow to make it like in high level. The same in Ukraine now. Ukrainian society doesn't allow to make corruption because average people dying every day for those European Union values. I show you app called Government Today. I can apply for everything by my phone, and I don't need to communicate with civil servant. It just cut opportunity to make corruption on that. We have this participatory budget. I already said you about Transparency International rating. And that proves that Ukrainian society is less and less corrupted than Russian propaganda says. And it's important to support Ukraine and this process, because if we will show aggressor that it's okay to attack country in the central of Europe, it will show other aggressors in this world that it's allowed by NATO and other countries. That's why we need to finish it as soon as possible.
Dear Svitlana, thank you for the interview.
Thank you.